Speaking of art,
Yeah, wait,
our
why aren't we
guest
here
is
for some?
familiar with Mr. Santia. Holly Nicosia, director at the Orion Arts Center. How are you?
Good, thanks for having me.
Things are ramping up. Things are getting busy at the Art Center. We have a big event just under 2 weeks away, the Art and Flower Fair.
Yep.
So let's talk about that. Now, at one time, was that a DDA event that the Art Center took over? What's the history of the Flower Fair?
It was. I've been with the Art Center for about 4 years. So it's been the Art Center for at least 4 years. I think maybe the year before, maybe the one prior, the Art Center has had it. But we kind of switched it from the Flower Fair to focus more on art and flower, to bring in more artists. We really have more artists than flowers. But this year we have a pretty good variety of both, which is exciting to see.
Mm-hmm.
So Flint and Broadway is pretty much closed to traffic?
Close the traffic. We're going to extend down past Front Street to bring us to Children's Park. That's where our kids zone will be. So we'll have vendors all the way down there, and then kids vendors in Children's Park also, which will be fun.
Talk about your process of lining up vendors. Obviously, you would want a mix, right? What goes into that?
It's it's crazy. It's a lot because you don't want 15, potters and 15 crochet. Like you have to kind of get 5 in each category, and then when we get close to the deadline, if we don't have enough in each category, then we start kind of searching out and finding people, hey, do you want to apply to this show? And usually we always have a good mix of everyone. This year I'm really impressed with the amount of different mediums we have. Lots of painters, potters, there are some crochet, but 3D printer guys are really popular for the kids zone, so we kind of segment it over that way to kind of draw kids there, and we have some like stuffed animal people, but we also have really great food vendors this year too. We have a dirty soda trailer coming, which is like
What?
it's like the new big thing. My kids are obsessed with it, so we're gonna put that by the kids zone.
Sounds dirty soda.
Yeah,
Can
so
you-
it's
can you-
all like sodas with like syrups and boba in it and candy. They're all these wild looking drinks. So I think that'll be fun for the kids to come down and get one of those.
Yeah, the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I love about the flower fair is it comes at a time, or it's great to get those personalized gifts, or get to gifts that aren't something that you go to a store that have the Made in China sticker on it. Not that there's anything wrong with things made in China, but I love the unique variety of items that really are great for gift giving and more personal. I think there's more meaning, and then of course supporting local artists. So it's
Definitely.
a win-win. And I'm excited to see what you guys have down there. And I don't know if you heard, but the weather apparently is going to be great.
It will. Last year was windy, so it won't be windy again this year. It can't be 2 years in a row. But yeah, good point. I shop at Art and Flower Fair for all my gifts year round. I just save them, Christmas gifts and everything. I just tuck them away because, that is one of the Art Center's main goals, is to give these artists a place to, sell their work and for the community to come out and support them and see all their beautiful things.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
There's a scene in Jurassic Park where they're taking the tour of Jurassic Park, and Jeff Goldblum says, are you going to have dinosaurs at your dinosaur park? One year I was walking around Flower Fair, and I'm like, are there any flowers here at the Flower Fair? Reassure our visitors that there will be plenty of flowers at the Flower Fair.
Lots of flowers, and we actually have a great sponsor. Harvest Time in Oxford has
Oh,
really
they're
stepped up, and they're supporting our portion of the flower fair. So they've donated flowers for us to sell at the Art Center. So anything we sell personally is going to go directly to the Art Center. But also we have local farmers. We have 3 or 4 different nurseries, local vendors that are going to be there. There's a terrarium station, which is going to be really fun for everyone to do too. So we're really focusing on getting art and flowers and garden, sculptures and those types of things too. So
What's the biggest change, would you say, in terms of every year? I know you're very in tune, I feel like, with our community, and you were right out of the gate as you took on the role. So every year you keep adding and making it more interesting. This year, what's the most exciting change, or the thing you're most excited about?
the flowers are exciting that we're starting to get more of those, but we have a great team that every year we evolve and see and we listen. A big thing I do is I send out surveys to everyone after, and I really read each of those and see like what did we do wrong, what did we do right, what do we need to work on, and I think that's just a natural, great way to evolve an event and make it what the community wants.
That's awesome. I was just looking up Mother's Day. Is that this weekend? Is Mother's Day this weekend?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
boy.
art fair is the week after, right? All right. And even though Mother's Day falls the week before, I'm sure there's lots of stuff for Mom at the flower fair.
Oh yeah, you can make a little voucher. I'm taking you to the Art and Flower Fair next weekend, Mom.
That's a great idea. And you know, it comes up after Mother's Day and after the flower fair.
Father's Day eventually, but
For crying out loud! So a great opportunity to take care of your your Father's Day gift.
there you
shopping.
go. Yeah.
Wooden
So-
sculptures for Dad.
Is that what Dad says? Is that the,
I mean,
the trending
I feel like
art?
my dad would want a wooden sculpture in his yard. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
in a-
the video that we just played, there's the one artist that had sculptures like fish and animals made of tools and lug nuts and wrenches and stuff like that. What dad wouldn't want to have that hanging in his man cave or garage? That would be really awesome.
Yeah, I actually bought my husband one of his robots one year for Father's Day,
Yeah.
and it's on our counter. You can plug in all of your chargers and everything into it, and it's probably one of the things when anyone walks in our kitchen, they're like, "What is that?" And then by the time everyone leaves, they're like, "I want to get one of those."
That's really
Yeah.
cool. I didn't see them as chargers. That's I like that.
Now, you said in addition to that, this weekend you have an opening reception. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we have our Flora exhibition, which is tying in with Art and Flower Fair, so it's all floral bloom theme. It was one of our biggest shows. Those continue to grow too, which is really exciting to see artists not just from our immediate area, but we are kind of reaching further out into our surrounding areas, which is cool. I think we have 27 artists in this show, and we're slowly having to weed through all of those applications for each show too, which is cool to see and get the walls filled with art. But it's definitely a floral theme show.
And then will the Art Center be open during the Art and Flower Fair where people can come in and see the work on display?
Yeah, yep, we'll be open Saturday and Sunday during Art and Flower Fair, and the reception for Flora is this Saturday from 6 to 9. So all of our events are free to attend. I don't know if everyone knows that, but they're open to the public. We have snacks, and it's just a fun time to meet the artists and chat and kind of do something different on the weekend.
And you already have your next one planned, Abstract Art.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yep, Abstract Art, which is always a fun show. We haven't had that one in a while, but applications are open for artists to submit for that. All of our openings are the first Saturday of every month at the gallery in downtown Lake Orion.
And then I see here the Art of Storytelling. Talk about that.
That's a fun one too. That's the partnership with the Orion Township
Love the
Library.
partnerships. I
Yeah.
think that's a really cool way to bring community together and broaden your reach, I assume.
Yeah, so I think this is our third or fourth year with that show. The book is Bog Queen, and you go to the library and you get a free book when you apply to be in the show. You read the book, and then you're creating your artwork based on the book. And then another little fun part about it is you're using the makerspace at the library for one element to put into your artwork, which is always really cool to see when it's on the wall. Like, okay, what did they use at the makerspace to make this painting or this piece of art?
Very creative and cool. I like. It seems like the outside the box thinking. That's a very unusual setup. I've never heard of an event like it, and I love the idea of the book. And you're going to have all these different interpretations that people are going to bring through their art, and again the library tie-in. The library has been killing it.
Well, there's so
doing
many creative people there too,
yeah,
so it's just fun to, the Makerspace librarian is on our board too, so that's fun to collaborate and see what we come up with. So.
Last year, wasn't it everything I learned from a Chinese restaurant?
Yep, with
that was a
Curtis
lot of fun.
Chin.
I talked to the artist,
Yeah.
and I would imagine it's got to be really flattering for these authors to have their title selected for this event.
Yeah, that was a partnership, I believe, with Michigan Reads. And he was their author for that year, and he's from Detroit. And he was in town. We went and picked him up, and he came to the library and did a whole presentation. And one of the funniest, nicest people. And
The presentation was
yeah,
great.
we still kind of stay in touch and send random, pictures to him when artwork pops up. That one of the pieces was at Paint Creek too, so we sent him that to show him that. His art's all over now.
Will he be involved in the exhibition at all, or?
So that was last year.
I'm sorry. The
was last year.
the writer for this year.
This year, no. They're more of a national author, so they won't be involved.
But applications are available starting today, right?
Yep, all online on our website, orionartcenter.org.
All right, and then what about this Dragon Scales thing?
yeah.
I know that I've been hearing bits about it over the last couple of years, but where's that at, or what?
So it's a slow process, but we had this goal, this dream of filling the fence at the Horseshoe Pit by the Art Center. to fill it with these dragon scales that are also being made at the makerspace at the library by our board member Jewel Suggs. She makes them. It's an affordable way. It's $10 per scale, and it's kind of like when you buy one of those bricks that you put into the sidewalk that has your family name or your business name. You're just putting your name on it, and then we hang it on the fence. So we're about an eighth of the way of the fence, maybe. That's being generous, but just how cool would it be to have that whole fence filled with everyone's name in the community or your business, and of course that all goes back and supports the Art Center, so we can continue doing free and affordable art programming.
Will that be promoted like at all of your events?
It's
and
at
the flower
everything.
fair,
Yep.
it'll be out.
It's on the website. It's an ongoing fundraiser and initiative, so it's always there. If you want to buy one in in honor of somebody, or someone's graduating and you want to do a dragon scale, you just fill out the form and we take a picture when it's on the fence, and it's really kind of cool to see.
I have my scale. Do you?
I don't
Put
think
you on
I
the
don't
spot.
think I do. I don't know. I feel like
Get on that.
I don't think I do yet. So let's get
You
it.
will. I'll send you the link.
All right, yes, it'll be done. I'll do it immediately.
Yeah, it's really cool to see all the different colors, and then Julie made a dragon head that attaches onto the fence
Yeah.
too. So the goal is to make it look like it's a dragon right on that.
So
Yeah.
artsy.
And that's probably way too early, but I would imagine you're already starting to think about Dragon on the Lake.
I'm
Oh,
always,
you have
we're
to be.
always thinking about dragon on the lake. Yeah.
It's the big one.
Yeah, and, everything's going great. We're well into planning, and we'll have Stephanie back this year from our event planner, and it's rolling along. So
Yeah.
it's hard to think too much about Dragon on the Lake until Art and Flower Fair is done. But that
Right.
Monday hits after Art and Flower Fair, and we're like, okay, Dragon on the Lake, here we go.
Now I'm going to be helping to recruit teams, but since we're here and live, talk about the need for dragon boat teams.
Dragon boats, yeah, we always are looking to grow that portion of the event. We made a couple changes this year that you only have to have 14 paddlers in your boat this year. In the past, people have kind of had challenges coming up with the 21 people. So we're hoping that will make it more accessible for people. I know I have a hard time getting 20 of my friends to do anything. So we're hoping that will really help get numbers up there, but also for businesses. If you want to have a boat with your business on it and have your employees out, it's just a fun, great team building experience. So that's one change. You have 14 people, and then we're also have a women's division this year. So the goal is to have enough women-only boats to have a division. If not, we're going to merge them together, but we're hopeful that we'll be able to have the two, which will be fun to see it grow that way.
Reinventing based on what you've been seeing over the years, obviously continuing to evolve it. But that is, I mean, I think that as our town goes, especially now with the Jubilee moving out, this is it. This is the big show. It's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Well, we have I know we've been doing it a while, and we had a great foundation of when the event was created, and it's just fun to see it grow and change every year. And
it runs great. I mean, you guys run a great, and it's cool that it's on both sides of 24. I mean, it's always been one of my frustrations is that we don't get to incorporate the lake into our events enough.
Yeah.
And you guys have managed to do that very well. Obviously, with Dragon on the Lake, it'd be very hard to do it without the lake, I think. But
right.
Put it on wheels. Now I had a conversation with someone just recently. I don't know if you put any thought into this, but over the past few years, you've had the high school competition on Saturday and then the regular competition on Sunday. Any thought of just combining those and having them all on one day? That would give you a few extra teams.
Right. I think we've thought about everything. I don't want to, limit it, but for the way we rent the boats with the practice being on Saturday for the Sunday races too, I think it makes sense for the high schoolers to be there on Saturday. And with scheduling, and it seems to work. We've had some good meetings with Lake Orion High School already, with like more teams coming with the cheerleaders and dance team, and so we're hoping for a big year on that one too.
Yeah.
And it's open to all districts too, which we kind of envisioned it'd be like Clarkson and Oxford and all these teams coming together to kind of see who would take home the Dragon trophy.
Yeah.
So.
do any of the sports team, like football team, ever do a boat? Or
Yeah.
They do. Okay.
On Saturday though, not on Sunday.
On Saturday. And
Yeah.
what about like like we have all these baseball leagues and that? You guys ever try and tap into that maybe for
Yeah, I mean,
for-
it's open to everybody. And for the Saturday races, it doesn't have to be a sports team. I mean, it could be, the student council could have a boat, or NHS or whoever. And that's free for the high schoolers. That's just another way for them to be connected. And it's right before school starts, so a way to connect and
Cool.
celebrate the end of the summer.
Yeah. Don't talk end of summer yet. It's cold and rainy right now. I don't want to think about end of summer, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It
Yeah.
always is.
Yeah, it'll be here, sooner than we want it to be. But no, it's great. It's really fun to see everyone come together, and every year meeting new people, and then people coming back that have been around for 15 years and just see how dedicated they are to the art center. It's really humbling to see.
Yeah, yeah.
great.
So if anyone wants information on all of these things we just talked about, how can they get that info?
OrionArtCenter.org. We have everything on there. Dragon on the Lake has a separate website, dragononthelake.com. But everything's open. You can sign up for vendor spots, for boats. All of the information for Art and Flower Fair is there, hours and all that.
Do you have volunteers sign up for people who want to?
Yep.
So that's part of.
Yep,
okay.
that's on both of the websites also. We rely heavily on the volunteers to help in
Yeah.
with load in and load out for all the vendors. That's like one of the most chaotic things I've ever been through in my life, is 120 trucks coming in with tents, and it's a lot, and we couldn't do it without the volunteers.
Yeah. Well, as always, we'll help you get the word out for Flower Fair and Dragon on the Lake and everything else that's going on. It's you're doing some really great things over there.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's what makes our town special is people like you and your team really creating all the fun. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.